Good morning, YouTube. Welcome in. Today we have an absolute killer AMD system. Not just a beauty, but an all AMD system. It's been quite a while since we've done all AMD here on the channel. Today we got a 7950X3D. We have a 7900 XTX, and we're putting it all on the beautiful X670E Ace board coming in from MSI. This is an absolutely killer system. We've got an LT720 cooling that beautiful 7950 X3D. We have 64 gigabytes of RAM. We've got 5 terabytes of Gen 5 PCIe storage. This is an absolute monster. Let us know anything down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you want to check out more PC builds like you're seeing here today. Want to catch us live as unedited, raw, like I'm recording this right now? You can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints at 10 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see you soon.
Let's get started, guys. This is absolute monster. Check this motherboard. Holy crap, it's expensive. Yes, this is an expensive motherboard. This is I mean, you gotta look about the drives too, guys. The drives alone in the system are expensive as well. This is an expensive system. I think we're right around that 5K range. It's under 5K. It's about 40. I think it's like 4,600. It's an expensive system. It's also that was before we also swapped out the sound card. We're not gonna do a sound card, so the Ace has really good onboard audio. So, but yeah, it's probably like a $4,500 system, give or take, shipped. I mean, because these drives right here, these T7000s are not cheap drives. 64 gigs of RAM too is not the cheapest, and then obviously 750 X3D is up there in price, and then the Ace board, yeah, that's a absolute monstrosity. Set everything aside, get everything opened up. Full AMD build indeed, yes, alrighty. The QVC for PC enthusiasts, yes. All you need is me a little slap chop mic here on the side telling you, hey, welcome in. Got a beautiful PC build for you today. All right, let's do this beautiful board, guys. When I say this is beautiful, the Ace boards have always been my favorite looking boards. Oh, it's extended ATX too. Oh, I forgot about that. So good, so good. This board's barely gonna fit on this mat, chat. You guys ready for this? Oh my God, this board's like 6 pounds. Oh my God. Oh, look at that motherboard. A little moist after pulling this out of the box. Like I've done Godlike, I've done all the high-end heroes, and I have a dark hero board. The Ace, it's not even the Godlike. The Ace is just, you know, spicy with a capital S-P-I-C-E-Y, sexy in the middle.
Wow.
Do the Gen 5 over here too.
Yeah.
And it comes with the riser too, for a PCIe riser for more NVMEs.
Well, we have to do that because he has 2 Gen 5s.
We can do Gen 5. You don't have to use a riser.
I'm pretty sure. Well,
I think it's this one. I think it's the. I'll look really quick. The I/O on the back. I mean, would you look at that? All gold. All those 3.2. Plus we have a Type C, which is probably gonna be almost underboard. 10 gig LAN. Oh, there's 3 Type Cs on the back of that. Shush. The power distribution too is over here. That's for the EPS, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, let me double check the manual chat. I have to double check where the PCIe Gen 5 lanes are, how they're shared with the CPU. You're right, Roddy. We do have to use the expansion card for the last one, which we can use in the bottom slot. And then we have to run the great thing is they're all PCI X16 Gen 5, so we can put it on the bottom slot. That way it's out of the way. This will be later on. We're gonna get it ready. This is our expansion. This provides 2 more Gen 5 slots. So we're gonna have a Gen 5 on here. It's our expander. Look at that thing, just for cooling. That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna go right in the first slot, our 4 terabyte drive. There we go. All right, the expansion card's gonna go in later, but we're gonna get everything set up in it right now is what I was doing. So some of the motherboards are using the chipset, some of them are using the CPU. This is actually using the chipset lanes on this one, which is nice. Now we have the secondary drive in. We're gonna start working on the CPU. 7900 X3D today, so let's take a look at the socket. Socket is gorgeous, looking great. 7900 X3D going down and in. Down and in. It's very technical. When I talk about the different ways either the PCIe bus or the chipset is reading with the lanes, I was working with the lanes to achieve the different speeds versus the CPU. Some of them are CPU based, some of them are actually the chipset on the motherboard. This one is using, I believe this is all chipset. the X670E chipset to run in the Gen 5 lanes. I don't believe the CPU is utilizing that at all on this configuration. Versus, I believe on the Carbon, it's using one on the chipset and one on the CPU. Let's get our next NVMe drive, which is this beautiful 1 terabyte. There we go, all in, looking good. Storage is in. Now let's work on our RAM. All right, so today we have 64 gigs of 6000 C30, 64 gigs of G.Skill. There's 1, 2, going down and in. There we go, down and in, that beautiful G.Skill Ripjaws. G.Skill Ripjaws. Standoffs are we get in place, and then we're gonna work on getting our case out next, chat, because we'll have everything installed. We'll go over our motherboard first. All right, let's go over the motherboard before we take the case out. X670E Ace coming from MSI, absolutely stunning motherboard as you see it here in front of us. We have the 7950 X3D as the core power plant on the system. We have one here and one over here, which would be our 2 Gen 5 PCIe 5.0 NVMe drives coming in the T7000s from Crucial. We got a 4 terabyte and a 1 terabyte. And then we have 64 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM coming from G.Skill and Radeon. The Ripjaws S5. Absolutely stunning black build today. On the side that's the side, and we get working on our case, which we have the 216 RCX, which means we have the right side control. Love the 216, one of my favorite cases of this year. There she is, beautiful, beautiful case today. Oh yeah, we upgraded our customer today to the RC, so we have controls here and up here for USB. We took advantage of the board that we have today, can actually handle it. So we have USB Type-C up here and 3.0 as well as on the bottom here as well. So beautiful case. Top panel off. Back panel coming off. Next will be our glass. Glass off. Above close-up on this case. I get this board down and in. This big old chonker today. This motherboard is heavy and thick. Thick. I'll take this fan off first, chat. Oh, it's just the clearance. These are always fun when you have a big board back here. This 140 is a big fan back here. Pop this out really quick, get out of the way, and we'll put it back in once we get the I/O and everything set up. It's a great case for extended ATX. Let's get our motherboard screws out. There we go. It's got, I love the dual USB Type-C. That's wild. Dual USB 3.0 here as well. That's what I'm saying with these I'm pretty sure these are these side fans over here, or these side panels are USB 3. So he has 4 front USB headers too on this PC, which is wild. Love to see it too. All right, let's give you a front close-up, chat. Pick up this board. Oh my God, this case already weighs a ton. So we're working on some of these connections. We have types, a bunch of types. We have 2 types, or 2 USB 3 and a Type-C to connect to the motherboard. Do that now. This is the hardest part because it's really tight right here. This is the extended board. There's one. It's actually a little easier. There's the second one's actually a better connection. It's a little bit more, not the same exact cable. One's a flat cable, one's a curved cable. You can see right there, chat. A little different, but it works. All right, we're gonna hook up our front panel connection, then we're gonna wait a second, and then we're gonna start working on our power supply. That'll be next. This is our front, or that's our HDI. Where's our front panel? There's our front panel. Wrong one. There we go. We got a 1200 watt power supply today, guys. And the GF3. We won't be using the ATX 12 volt high power. All right, today we'll need SATA. It's going to power our RGB hubs. Got EPS 1, PCIe 1, EPS 2, 24 pin main, PCIe 2, in with 2. All right, there's our power supply. We're going to get this down and in, chat. There we go. Power supply is all in. Start working on these cables. CPU 1. CPU 2 are in. All right, before we get finished on these cables, we have to get the 24 pin main motherboard up and in. All right, almost done with the cables. Those can stay, like I said, we're probably gonna swap the power supply out to like a better power supply just because of the board, needing extra PCIe, and we don't have that on this power supply. But we'll still be able to boot and see everything today. It's gonna need a little extra more power for run the drives. It takes that extra power to run those drives today. All right, cooler time. Get all of our fans in. We're put FC fans on this LT today. Let's get the pump mounted. Chat, I'm gonna give you the rear cable management view really quick. We're gonna get ready to mount this pump. Take the RGB block off. Start working on getting this all mounted up. The cooler. All right. It's all in. Let's get this mounted, chat. We're gonna get, like I said, 4 screws in here just to hold it in place because we are gonna swap the power supply out probably here in a couple days. So we're just gonna run everything up through, get it mounted. This is gonna come back out when we kind of swap out that power supply. There we go, up and in. 4 screws in to hold it in place, looking good. All right, we're on to the GPU. Let's put the expansion card in. Yeah, so we need even PCIe for this too. This runs on extra PCIe power, so we can't even put this card in today. Can't put the expansion card in today. We have to wait for more PCIe power. So we're gonna swap that out Monday, put the G6 in. All right, let's get some behemoth out today, guys. 7900 XTX. This is the Sapphire NITRO Vapor X edition. This thing is a behemoth. That is a pretty GPU. This is a 3-slot card. Get 3 of our slots out. 7900 XTX. I'm turn off the music so we can get that thunk. Because boy, is it going thunk today. 3, 2, 1. Not much of a thunk. We heard a little bit there. Here we go. Sounding good. CPU off the block. The ASMR peels, yes sir. Get these 3 PCI slot screws in. We'll get the power over to it, and then we'll get ready to boot up this beautiful PC. Our PCI lanes in. These all connected. There's 1, 2, there we go. PCI connections are all in. All buttoned back up, so get some booting shots of this beauty.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.